So normally the first edition is the bittering edition. Its function is just to provide bitterness, and that's pretty much all it provides. During the hour boil, all the aromas that it contains will be lost. They will come out very quickly, within 5 minutes usually. There will also be flavor components, and those in 20 to 30 minutes will also break down and just go away, and then they'll be lost. There's a few hops that are exceptions always, but by and large most of them are lost. So if you want to have a flavor and bitterness, then you have to add hops at different stages. So the first stage gives you the bitterness. The second hop addition is usually around 15 minutes remaining in the boil. At that point, that hop will contribute a slight bitterness, but it's not really in very long, and it will have plenty of time to give up flavor, but its aromas will be lost in 5 minutes or so. So if you also want an aroma in your beer, then you would also add an addition at the very end, less than 5 minutes. My preference is 2 minutes. Yeah, here we go. All right. You can, if you want to take a quick walk through, it has gone from being like this full of foam to collapsed. Yeah. It is. I can kind of see how high it was from where the settings were so. Yeah, and that what's left around the edges here will also dissipate soon too, as these are also broken down. See how you can actually see some of the surface where before this was really like filled to here with foam. Yeah, this part doesn't look radically different, but you can see tiny, tiny flecks of, a lot of those are the proteins that are already denatured in it. And as this boils, more will fall into solution, or fall out of solution, I mean. All right, so while that's just about ready, I'm going to take one of our hop additions and then add it. Okay, now pay close attention because this only happens once. That's it. You just pour them in, give it a stir. At this point, that's it. They just stir. It won't, and when you first add hops, hops can add some more proteins to it that may cause a resurgence of foaming, so watch it for a minute to make sure it's going to behave. If you've let the first bit break properly, then you shouldn't have any problem. It'll be done. This doesn't look like it's going to be a pain. All right.
How far are we into the boil now?
I didn't look to see when we started, probably 5 to 10 minutes of boiling. So when the directions say the hops should boil for an hour, only the hops will be boiling. So I'm going to set a timer now, and then also look at that because my timer gets weird.
So you start the timer.
So the timer starts now because I just added the hops. It's also about 7:30. Sometimes this will just stop on me. It's getting old. It's seen too much beer. So yeah, the timing starts now that the hops are in. It's boiling, not crazy, but rather gently. And I don't know if you want to, I don't know how exciting it is. A lot of the hops will float to the top and you get sort of a greenish cast to it. And then that's it. We've got not much to do for, normally not much to do for 45 minutes. But in our case, that gives us 45 minutes to bottle that beer. So that's the next thing that we're going to do, is to fast forward to the end and then bottle the beer. Unless you count the drinking part to the end, but we're not going to forward that far.